Something absolutely huge just happened for one of Italy's most beloved creations, something that's really at the heart of its identity. It's just received a massive global recognition, and as we're going to see, this is a story about so much more than just good food. Alright, so let me ask you something. When you hear the word Italy, what's the very first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of people, it's the art, right? The incredible legacy of the Renaissance, masters like Michelangelo, all those amazing galleries. For others, it's the history. I mean, we're talking thousands of years of it. The Roman Empire, the layers of civilization you can literally see on every single street corner. And of course, you can't forget the fashion, that world-famous Italian style. But today, we're talking about something that's, arguably even closer to the Italian heart, something that kind of weaves all of these things together. Okay, so get this. For the very first time, UNESCO has officially recognized an entire national cuisine as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. And this title, it's a really big deal. It's reserved for the most important traditions that really define who a community is. And that's what's just so mind-blowing here. This isn't an award for pizza, it's not for a specific regional festival. It's for the whole thing, the entire system of Italian cooking, from the north all the way to the south. It's just extraordinary. So this historic decision was made at a UNESCO meeting in New Delhi. And here, the detail that just says it all. The vote was completely 100% unanimous. 100%. In a global group like that almost never happens. Apparently, the room just erupted into applause the second the decision was made. You can just imagine it. So what does that even mean, World Heritage Cuisine? It's not just UNESCO saying, hey, the pasta's pretty good. I think we can all agree on that, right? No, this goes way deeper. See, UNESCO wasn't just looking at the delicious dishes themselves, they were recognizing a whole complex cultural and social system. The rituals, the gestures, the shared knowledge, all the meaning that's packed in behind the food. It's a way of saying that in Italy, food is never just food. And if there was one word that kept coming up again and again in their decision, it was this one: community. That's it. That is the heart of this entire story. They described Italian cooking as a way of caring for each other, of expressing love without needing words. It's a way of rediscovering your cultural roots and connecting generations. In other words, Italian food tells stories. It explains who you are. Okay, I know this might sound a little abstract, so let's make it really concrete. We're going to hit pause on the story for just a second and step right into an Italian kitchen. You can actually see how culture is baked right into the language of a super simple recipe. So let's take panzanella, a classic Tuscan bread salad. The key ingredient is something called pane raffermo. Now, pane just means bread, but raffermo, it doesn't just mean stale. It means it's not fresh anymore, but it's still useful. That single word tells you so much about the culture. Nothing ever goes to waste. So you start with your pane raffermo, then you add some fresh pomodori, tomatoes, and cipolla, which is onion, and finally you dress it with olio, sale e aceto, oil, salt, and vinegar. Simple, right? But now, listen to how an Italian would actually say that last part. They would say, si condisce con olio, sale e aceto. That little word si is everything. It's what's called the impersonal form. It doesn't mean I dress it or you dress it. It's more like it is dressed or one dresses it. It's a very Italian way of saying that this is just how it's done by everyone. The recipe doesn't belong to one person, it belongs to the whole community, just like the culture itself. Okay, so let's zoom back out to the big picture. That tiny little grammar detail, it brilliantly shows why the kitchen and the dining table are really considered the main stage of life in Italy. I mean, it's where everything happens. It's where you have these passionate talks and even more passionate arguments. It's where you forgive each other, and it's where you celebrate all of life's biggest moments. It really is the center of the home and the community. And UNESCO highlighted something really beautiful about this. This knowledge isn't just a one street passed down from grandparents to grandkids. It's a living exchange. It flows both ways. The traditions are always evolving, always being shared, always alive. Now, this recognition didn't just come out of nowhere. It's really the culmination of a long history. With this award, Italy now has, get this, 9 UNESCO recognitions just for things related to food and agriculture. That's the most of any country in the world. We're talking about specific traditions like the art of the Neapolitan pizza makers, the specialized know-how of truffle hunting, and ancient farming practices that have been passed down for centuries. Each one is a little piece of this much bigger story. But you know what? In the end, this isn't just a story about Italy, it's a story about all of us and about what food really means in our own lives. Because this award really just reminds us of a simple, universal truth. Food is culture. Food is a language. Food is community. And every single time we share a meal with people we care about, we're taking part in a piece of living history. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. What's the dish in your family that means more than just food? You know, the one that carries all the memories, the voices, the gestures. That's the real reason Italian cuisine was recognized, and that's a heritage we all share.